Hi folks, it's Brendan from Bestcraftbeer.co.za, filming out of COVID lockdown without Rob Cass, unfortunately. Today we have Afro Caribbean's Hop Session. You know, a beer that's sort of very suggestive in its name about what it's going to be all about, but let's hear from Greg himself about this beer before we get stuck into it.
What's great, Gregors? Now, when I'm cooking for the apocalypse, play sneaky advertising here, there's a beer that I go to, and that's Hop Session. So, if you want to know a little bit more about this beer, well, this beer came about many years ago. Myself and Sean the Doofy, best known as Lucy Corn's husband, developed this beer for the Craft Beer Project. Cheers. It's gone through quite a few adaptations, but we settled on this one. Hoppy, easy drinking, 4.5%. Guys, it's clean, it's smooth, you can drink it out of a can. It's got just enough hop aroma to keep those hop heads happy, but easy enough drinking where you can session on it all day. And that's what beer's about, just a great session. So guys, get on to Best Craft Beer, order yourself a fucking 12-pack, be done with it, and they'll get it to you straight after lockdown. And guys, when we get out of this mess, you and me are going to have a beer together. And remember, keep it tight. Cheers.
Okay, Afro Caribbean's Hop Session. I think you can see quite clearly there, the colour, quite light, just a hint of light goldness to it. Suggests there's some use of caramel or crystal malts in it. Yeah, and get your nose into it. I don't think they're explicit about the hops in use here, but it might be a mix of South African and international, but it's certainly, there's some American hops in there. You can just smell the quality. There's some tropical, some green melon, the citrus, fruitiness, a little bit of pine coming through and just balancing things up. So what do we expect from a hop session? Well, it is a low ABV beer. A generously hop pale ale is the kind of beer you can sip all afternoon, it says on the can. Having had this beer a few times, you know, absolutely it does what it says on the box. Low ABV, it's a beer that you might want to wean someone off macro lagers, for example, but you don't want to plunge them straight into IPAs with all of the hop intensity and bitterness. This is a great sort of first foray into hoppiness, but it's not just here for that purpose. You know, it's a beer that can, it's universally likable. You know, I think it's not going to marginalize those that are not used to hoppy beers, but at the same time, a crusty old beer nerd like myself is in the mood for something like this regularly. Yeah, really delivers. It's quite dry and it has that drinkability, but it's not bone dry. There's just that undercurrent of, I'm not sure whether it's Carapulse or one of the Munich malts where there's that malt base. So it certainly doesn't taste watery by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, those aromas from I described on the nose coming through on the palate. Yeah, look, I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world to make a low ABV beer, make a whole thing come together without having, you know, errors on balance. There's not a lot of places to hide with low ABV beers. You need really clean fermentations, well-made beers for them to shine, and this certainly is that. It's really clean, really drinkable. Go down to the beach with your mates, around a braai. It's the kind of beer you would seldom not be in the mood for, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of Greg and Rochelle's top sellers. Yep, really well made, well put together. There are a few beers on the shop. Little Wolf's Table beer. We've had some other low ABV hoppy beers, that specialties that come in and out of the site. But a great option. You know, as I said, kind of likable by anyone. and just something you want to have in the back of your fridge on any given day. Cheers, Rochelle, Greg, another cracker.